Roger that. Yeah, but I'm gonna need that just back there for all of you. I'll move that here. Yeah, that should cover it.
Oh, we're winning.
But
There was some guys like, you guys are playing Dota? I was like, yeah, here, play my guy.
Negative. Don't need it. Yeah, I see what you mean there. Get that out of the shot. Are we on? Right, you are, of course, watching and listening to Blizzcon 2005, courtesy of WoW Radio, and we have with us the producers of Zinwrath, entrance to the Blizzcon 2005 movie contest. So welcome, guys.
There you go.
Excellent. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. So if you want to introduce yourself and tell us what the roles you played in the production of this movie were.
My name is Zinwrath. I play myself, Zinwrath, in the movie. I did my own voice. I did the original script and screenplay, and was basically a crazy guy running around the office, room, whatever, eating pizza rolls, yelling rantically at people. They did warn you that I'm a perpetual potty mouth, right?
Oh, yes.
It's okay on TV?
We'll censor it, if
awesome.
necessary.
Well, in that case, yeah, that's pretty much my role. So I'll let these guys do the rest of the talking while I nod off.
I'm Gobbler. I did all the sound effects and original score for Zinwrath the movie. I also did the voice of the gnome and did the voice of the dwarf and the trolls, and then was a contributor to the dialogue and story, and put a lot of work into it. And I'm a crazy son of a bitch.
I'm D.W. Hackman, or Tevis. I did all the video editing for Zinwrath and participated in a lot of the story creation and all that. Pretty much all the special effects and anything to do with video. So,
Fantastic. Right, well, I think the first thing I'd probably ask you is, where the hell did you get the idea for that for?
For what?
For the whole movie itself.
Oh man. Well, you know, I was sitting there alone in my basement with my pizza rolls when I thought to myself, hey, wouldn't it be insane to put some of my friends' faces on their World of Warcraft characters? And so I called up my friend Derek, and he was at work yelling at some lady, and I was like,
deserved it.
Well, I know she did, but still, you got fired. So I was like, so you want to do this? Because we just did a feature film. We want to do another film to follow up on that one. I don't know how many people saw the first one.
What was it called?
It was called, what was it?
Zinwrath a story.
Zinwrath a
So
story.
Zinwrath a movie being the longer version.
I wanted to do Zinwrath the prequel, but
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be done.
yeah. But basically that was the original idea, and I already had like a few ideas for a short audio sketch, more or less, just to kind of put our faces to it, but keep it simple. And which is basically the whole layout of the whole thing, is just several problems that happen around Ironforge.
Yeah.
Dealing with certain people as the crazy guy when it started killed, you're harassed with people trying to sell you stuff, farmers.
Yeah.
And then we met up with my friend Clint, who's his brother, and we were like, already started working on it, and he's like, hey, I can put some sound to that. And as we slowly contributed more and more, like special effects, just played around with the dialogue and stuff, it started expanding, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Then
It
we
was
heard
really kind of a mix and a mash, because he would write a piece of music that would inspire me to this is great, you know, and so I would put video, and all the dialogue and video would be based off of a single piece that he would write, or it would be the other way around. I would do a video clip that they thought was awesome, and he would write the music to go with the video, and we kind of put it all together from that mess.
So it sounds like you've got a pretty wacky bunch together. So one of the great things about Zinwrath, as you were saying, was people can identify with the different elements of it. And as you're saying, crazy guy in Ironforge trying to start a guild, someone trying to rip you off at the auction house, jewel-hungry people. It's
Warlock's running out of shards.
Warlock's running out of shards. Our resident Warlock over there appreciated that one. Yeah, so the facial composition was one of the most interesting things about the movie itself. Where did you come up with that idea, and how did you actually do it?
That was, well, he called me, and I said, you know, we were gonna do like kind of a spoof off Warcraft, just using us as actors, and that never kind of worked out. So we thought, well, we could
together for that.
yeah, well, we could put our real faces on there, and then we wouldn't need to have anybody else show up anywhere except, you know, the original shot, and then we could paste it in there. But it turned out to be an extremely tedious process, and I mean, what you have to do is you have to actually match, you have to shoot the scene, and you have to capture the footage of Warcraft, and then you have to watch the exact angle of the person, and the camera has to set at the exact same angle to capture it, you know. And then after that, once you get, you know, that in there, which is hours and hours of shooting for like 3 seconds of footage, then you have to color correct it, make the lighting look the same, and
A lot of me doing the limbo while he hangs from a chandelier.
yeah, and after all that craziness, most people found it were just creeped out by it, you know.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. You know, we were watching. It's like, is that? it was a bit of a shock. It's nothing. It's something we've never seen before.
The biggest problem was we thought, how are we going to have these characters show any kind of emotion at all? Because we can't. We were limited on what we could do
On your remotes,
with the faces.
yeah.
So we thought that would solve our problem, but it turned out that with compositing, we could kind of meld the emotion. Like the gnome was the biggest one.
Yeah.
Because that's just a bunch of emotes melded together to kind of flow into one long crazy
Yeah, we
process.
noticed that. It's different from the sort of standard machinima, where machinima would obviously be, well, this is what's happening on screen, we'll fit the script around it, but in your case it's, well, who cares? And then we'll do whatever we like, and seeing the hyperactive gnome in there was great.
Whatever makes us happy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Question for Gobbler, actually, the score. Obviously total original, I think it was 10-track score you did on this, something like that. And what possessed you to write all this music instead of just doing what everyone else did and sort of
Steal it?
Yeah, exactly.
I've been writing music for 13 years.
Yeah.
I've never written, I mean, I've written some orchestrated tracks, but not a lot of, you know, mainly more electronica, kind of new age mixtures.
Yeah.
Sometimes guitar, get my friends to come down, record some tracks. And I thought it'd be a unique experience to be able to actually write a World of Warcraft style orchestral piece for the Zinwrath theme, you know, something majestic, something that sounded like it would belong in the game. And once I finished that track, well, I'd actually done another scene before it, and just put some music to the scene and sound, and I decided, you know, why take someone else's work when I could make music that fits each and every scene? And, you know, like there's just tiny little shorts, you know, 15, 20 seconds long to help make scene transitions, and it fits too well. And I just don't think you could get the same type transitions and the same emotion with just a random pick song thrown in.
Absolutely. Okay, a few plot holes. Now,
A few.
there's a few in there. It looks to me, I may be wrong here, that in the duel later on, obviously it's a warrior versus a paladin. Now, I can't remember the last time I saw a paladin do a whirlwind attack. Now,
It is possible.
Notice he switches weapons.
yes, he does. It looked. I can't remember what kind of weapon it is.
What's that called?
It was Ravager, Tree and Spades of Ravager, yeah.
The Basutai, the paladin, was an awesome character. He's gonna. He has so many awesome parts that we couldn't fit into this.
Yeah.
But the whole idea was him. He is the spinning death. That's his signature move, you know, that he spins around. And of course, the paladin can't do that, but he conveniently already had that axe, you know, and so I figured we could just stick it on him whenever.
Have it proc.
Yeah, just have it proc.
And you actually forced it to proc.
Yeah, we have to wait
Fantastic.
for it to happen.
Yeah, I can imagine how many times it was to shot that scene.
Yeah, lots of footage that was just junk, you know.
The warrior would always end up killing Basute.
Yeah, like over and over and over again. We were filming that scene. He would, because, you know, warrior versus paladin.
Well, yeah,
is
it's no
match.
contest, exactly.
So,
Yeah, also, an engineer needing to buy a bronze tube.
we've heard that one.
Well,
We've heard that one.
That is some of the irony, so.
Well, I've been lazy in my time as an engineer, but not quite that lazy.
Well, Zinwrath is pretty lazy, so.
Zinwrath is lazy.
I'm very
Fantastic.
pompous, you know, I shouldn't have to build anything. But as you see me later at the forging area, I am making the bronze tube at that moment. Another plot hole that got kind of shifted out and are
Yeah.
hastily trying to throw it together.
Yeah. So, did you actually heavily script this beforehand?
No.
Had 3 audio sketch plans. One, of course, was the argument between me and the guy trying to sell me the bronze
Yeah.
tube. One was the argument with the gnome.
The gnome, yeah.
The guy
The
trying
Lex
to start to kill.
scene.
Then the Lex scene.
Yeah.
And of course, I wanted to, have the whole duel scene with the shards.
Yeah.
Typical scenario. I'm always out there. Man, I could take you on if I had some shards.
And since
You're lucky that I don't want to go over there.
Well, originally we had you fighting at the end. After
Yeah.
the Paladin and the Basutai Killjoy battle, you fought Killjoy. But we had to cut that all out for time.
That's unfortunate. You should release deleted scenes at some point. People would love that.
if we
Yeah.
released the deleted scenes, it'd be like an hour long.
Yeah.
I mean, we really had so much unused dialogue, and we didn't even record half of the dialogue that we had written for it, just
Yeah.
simply because we got down to the recording process and we're like, oh, that's gone, scratch, scratch, scratch. You know, basically going through the script and rewriting a lot of the lines
Yeah.
on the spot.
So, how long did it take in total?
Just under 4 weeks.
Yeah. 4 weeks.
And I would say the first 2 weeks around 8 to 10 hours a day, and the last 2 weeks 16, 20 hours a day
Lunchtime,
for the
really.
video.
Well,
And,
we found out about the competition.
we didn't realize the competition was going to only, but they announced it only, I think, 3 weeks before it actually ended. So I kind of figured they'll probably give us 6, 8 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, we ended up, by the time I found out the actual date, we were 2 weeks into it, and we had 2 weeks left. So it was pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, that must have been insanity. It's a very impressive movie. It's I'd say the 2 most impressive movies I've seen will probably be Zinwrath and Return.
Oh, yes.
And what really astounds me is the fact that they are totally different.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, completely
Separate genres.
different in every way, and that's really great. So, it's
Well,
been
before the contest winners were announced, we watched Return, and it was one of the few videos that we could all agree on that, we're like, if there were going to be some winners for the contest besides us, then
would
it
be
would be
Return.
Return. So,
fantastic.
That was a no-brainer.
Yeah, so I assume you've seen all the other entrants to the competition.
Yeah,
A
we
lot
saw
of
them
them.
yesterday.
Yeah. So
Or not the entrants, but the winners yesterday.
yeah, they did announce that. I think, yeah, we did stream that in fact. But so, other than Return, what would you say would have been your favourites? What did you pick out from there which you thought, wow, that's good. We maybe could have done that, or this is really cool.
The first one, and I can't remember what it's called. Something Paladin's Wish, or the first one.
Something like that, yeah.
I can't remember the name of it. The first one was awesome. I thought the jokes in it were really hilarious.
Yeah.
And it was really short and sweet, and they really got to the jokes.
Fantastic. All right. Is there anything else you want to say to the listeners, the viewers, and anyone else who's somehow getting this interview?
How many people you suppose are listening?
Well, at the moment, we've had a stream to about 500, 600 people, and this is all being archived, put on a DVD, so you can expect 5 figures, I would think.
So I say something wrong.
Yeah, you say something wrong, and it will be forever immortalized.
Well, Blizzard is great. And I love this game. And I love this radio company.
Well, I'd like to say that you should definitely all check back soon, because we're hard at work on the next installment of the Zinwrath series, and we're not going to let everybody down. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. It's going to be awesome.
Can you give us any little teasers of the
No.
storyline?
Nope, we won't release any details. There's kind of a unspoken rule of the best
Nobody
thing that I give
says
out.
anything.
Yeah, it's storyline. We
Even
just
though we
don't
want
do
to
it.
really badly.
There's a lot about the first video that people are like, well, we didn't understand the story,
The
but
second one's going to kind of help.
the second
progress.
one's
Yeah.
going to put that
It seemed to me
together,
that
so.
you didn't even have to understand the story to enjoy it. That was the great thing about it.
Well, if you just forget the story and start laughing at the jokes, you can get past
The
the fact that
spontaneity
there's...
is going to stay
Yeah.
alive,
Yeah.
definitely.
Excellent. Yeah, the first time I watched it was, what's going on? There's a fish and everything. It's great. What would you say your favourite scene of the whole thing was?
Probably the target dummy, because I've done that before, and
Yeah.
when I originally thought of the idea, I nearly wrecked laughing.
Laughing at your own jokes.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
that's
one of those
horrible.
guys. I was thinking to myself, I was like, what would I do to get out of this? Because I actually had to fight.
Yeah.
Like I'm always like trying to think of ways to, in battlegrounds, how to get them to not want to go after the warlock.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll throw up a target dummy.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
stop sign. But that's probably my favorite, and of course the gnome ranting is very, very hilarious.
What do you think?
It's really, I mean, I've seen all the scenes 1,000 times. My favorite one is probably Sick Knot on the cliff. The mage is sitting on the cliff.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like sitting there, he's looking down, and he goes, "Son of a!" and it cuts right into
That
the,
was a crazy cut.
I
Never
love
saw that
that.
coming in
That's
a
one of my
million
favorite
years.
cuts.
I've got to say, when I saw the scene, I think I saw a little bit more than everybody else because I saw it with no audio, and I knew when I put audio to it that it was going to be just crazy.
Yeah, that was one of
And
those scenes where I got on the audio.
The scene where it's just before the portal scene, or right in the portal scene, when the fish comes out and eats Zinwrath.
Yeah.
And it's got that like crunch sound. It's just like,
That was great.
I love that.
Did you watch any Monty Python before
How
doing
do you
this
guess?
movie?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
We've been watching the Holy Grail since we were old enough to put the tape in the VCR.
Yep.
Sketch comedy, you name it, I've seen it.
Yeah.
All the Kids in the Hall, UCB, the old SNL. I mean,
Aqua Teen Hunger Force,
Yeah.
Adult Swim type material, just anything that's just spontaneous, crazy, fast-paced comedy, Family Guy. I mean, stuff
Oh yes,
like that.
Family
We just
Guy.
love it. Eat it
Absolute
up.
classic.
And if any of you don't like that, I'm totally against it.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Family Guy.
Harsh words. Now, let's see. Let's put you on the spot here. Can any of you do an impression of any of the characters in Zinwrath saying anything at all?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
See, these guys can cheat.
Yeah, they did it.
Yeah.
We've got to hear it.
You want to join my guild?
Brilliant.
Oh my gosh.
Come
on.
on.
See, I'm doing-
It's got to be done.
Let me think. What was the dwarf line?
Oh,
He's got it.
Yeah, see, I can't even remember it, and I.
How can you not remember it? Should be emblazed in your brain with a brand of fire by now.
I know. What is it? Hang him by his feet?
well, hang him like a. Wait
Yeah,
a minute.
here.
Hang him by his
Here.
feet,
Well,
beat
hang
like a
him by his
pinata.
feet and.
Well, hang him by his feet and beat him till the gold comes out. Yeah, I know that was screwed up,
Paraphrasing, but never mind.
Yeah, paraphrasing. Yeah.
We need
Shortcut.
we need Faltog here to do the squeeze them their real line.
Yeah, squeeze them there, real.
Oh, that was great.
Oh yeah, yeah. In case any of you out there have watched the movie and you haven't listened to it with headphones on or just paid close attention to details, you need to go to the scene where Killjoy the Warrior and Basutai the Paladin are fighting, and listen to what Killjoy is saying in the background as Zinwrath is talking to himself. It's,
Yeah, I have
it's
4
definitely-
epic sets. I think I picked that up there and various things like that. That was great.
Exploding pectorals.
And
Fantastic.
if anybody's curious about Basutai's name, he actually picked it out of a Japanese word book, and it means bus stop. It has absolutely no relation whatsoever. But he was just saying, that sounds cool. Bus stop, all right.
So, which of you were responsible for MC Raiders?
That was all me.
That was all you.
It was actually an inside joke. My guild's called Forbidden Donut. We had the whole
And that's
illegal
where
Danish
legal
parody.
Danish thing came from, yeah.
Yep.
That was actually
Jeremy.
Jeremy's idea.
Yeah, we always mock the guild from the side. I'm not in it, but
But yeah, he's the guy that did the voice for Barakaboo, and he thought up a lot of the gnome dialogue and things. But what the hell are we talking about?
I don't remember.
Oh well.
MC Raider.
Oh yeah.
MC Raiders.
I wrote this MC Raiders song because I felt like such a geek. Always going to raids every weekend, and I'd been to like 55% of the raids over a 3-month period, which, you know, I mean, that's almost every weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So our guild leader's name is Puff, and it was an inside joke on him because I'm like, you know,
Some guy named Puff telling you what to do.
exactly. I never finished the track, but
How long ago did you write it? Because, I mean, this was done.
it was several months
Long time
before the
ago.
project
Yeah, he'd
was
already
done.
had it finished, and he threw it in there at the end. And I was like, "What is this? I'd never heard it
Heard it.
before."
I always bashed him from the sides. You and your MC Raiders.
Oh, and
I'm a wannabe.
I didn't enter it into the song contest simply because I don't like entering incomplete work. But I did make the mistake of entering 3 other tracks, which
Really?
I immediately was disqualified for because you're only allowed to enter 1 track into the song contest. So I had 3 great tracks. I entered the Zinwrath theme and Gobbler's Head, the track at the very end of the movie. And then I also have another one called Shapeshifting. And I entered all 3 of those, and all 3 were disqualified.
Fantastic.
Reading that
I really
fine
wanted
print,
that
man.
guitar from Jonathan.
They were obviously far, far too good. It's that clear.
You know, well, I figured after listening to the finalists, which were excellent. Hold on, while I think of something more sarcastic to say.
Well,
I mean-
I've heard them, and they were.
I saw Jonathan
fantastic.
Davis up there listening to all the finalists, and I was thinking to myself, what the hell is going through his head? He's probably like, I gotta pick the one that, I'm just gonna pick this one, whatever.
Oh well. We actually.
No offense to the songwriters, but I mean, it just was not what I expected. I expected something more.
Clint's expectations are
Fine.
extremely high.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I heard some of the other songs that didn't make the finalists that were really great works.
Yes.
And it seemed like they kind of went towards the comical approach instead of people that were just writing good music inspired
exactly.
by the game.
Yeah, we actually ran a competition with WoW Azor and WoW Radio. We did the WoW Idol 2005, and this, I assume, was where Blizzard nicked the idea from. But we had some really good tracks in there. A guy called Daryl Brewer, Brew Guy, won with a track called The Ganker. I'm not sure if you ever heard of that one, but it's that was really good, and we had some really good tracks in there. But we also got some dross, really bad tracks. Oh, the light's back. Brilliant. Fantastic.
Congratulations.
Absolutely. Well, I've run out of questions. Have you got anything you want to say? Do you want to link the site for those foolish mortals that haven't seen the video yet?
I don't know code.
The best place to get the movie is www.warcraftmovies.com. There's 3 different versions of it on there. So if you have a crappy dial-up, you can get the 22 meg version. If you want to get the high quality, it's 181.
And the links to MC Raiders and Gobbler's Head and the Zinwrath theme are all there too.
Fantastic. Well, guys, thank you for coming on and giving us an interview. We shall be broadcasting that as soon as possible. So,
Awesome.
It's been awesome meeting you, lad. Really enjoyed your video and hope to enjoy whatever you'll bring out next. Fantastic. This has been WoW Radio BlizzCon 2005 interview with the Zinwrath crew. Posers, please. This is Total Biscuit signing out.
Hi, this is the creators of Zinwrath, blah, 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 blah. And you're listening to WoW Radio.
What anything you want, we'll cut it out and use it.
Find the worst part of what I say
Yeah,
and use
you'll
it.
like the spontaneity, so go for it.
Oh my god. Closer to the mic. Am I coming in now? Oh my god. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to WoW Radio. This is Zinwrath and friends. Trust me. Come on, guys. You're my friends.
Shut up.
Oh, it does
Don't embarrass me, Zinwrath.
Oh my.
Do the good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyone got any other good ideas?
But do it with heart.
With heart?
with art.
You kind of rush through it, like, you know. Say it like you mean it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Zinwrath, and you're listening to
That's better. That's better. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zinwrath, and you're listening to WoW Radio.
Fantastic. Very smooth.
Gobbler, can you do
You know,
What do you want me to do?
Not in my happy-go-lucky fun time yelling.
do it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yes.
Just that. Dude, we're listening to WoW Radio.
I'm thinking of how to say this here. I'm trying to, it's such a long guild name. I mean, how do you work that into a sentence? You know? It's like, okay, here, guys,
Commas.
it's totally
Lots
awesome
of
and happy
commas.
making feeling time.
What is it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The nights of the totally awesome happy
Yeah.
time. Listen to WoW Radio. Whatever, yeah.
The nights of the totally awesome and happy making friendly time, listen to WoW Radio! Brilliant.
Awesome, dude.
When they were looking at you now.
No, I can't.
That'll do,
That's
I think.
it.
Cheers, guys. Very good. Fantastic.